lock. West Coast represent. Now put your hands up. Oh, California girls. God, that meme is just, it has just infected my mind, dude. My mind is gone. I can do anything. Let's see what the bitrate at. What the bitrate doing? My mom is watching Rachel Maddow in the bathroom. It's great. Just let that go for a little bit. Actually, probably just do a... We'll just do a file integrity while we're getting Chinese Breath of the Wild time. Hell yeah. Mason Jar's face when Chinese time. It's Chinese time, baby. Is that Joe Swanson? Is that freaking Joe Swanson? Dabbing Squidward. Where are you getting all of these? Damn. Just getting all the free motes, huh? Oh no. Oh no, it's Joe Swanson. Everybody look out! It's Joe Swanson time. I bite her. Is that a duck? That little duck. Everybody just put more emotes. I think it's from a gifted. Yeah, exactly. They're free motes, baby. What the? What the fuck? The hello? What the fuck? Okay, so here we are. Welcome everybody. My name is Yecktan, and today we are going to do the Archon Quest, and then also maybe the Tanari Quest, the rest of the Tanari Quest, because Genshin's quest pathing is fucked. But guess who I have as Mr. Level 90 over here? This is my Mr. Worldwide party. Honestly, Kuki Shinobu is really good now. Might have to change up her setup. Yeah, I did a little bit of testing, Rachel. So, Albebo. So, I did a little bit of testing, and it turns out, the Wanderer's Troop set is definitely better. So, you were right on the money there, Rachel. Yes, it's true. I am a clown. How did you figure out? How did you know? It's a Joker time. I'm about to become... All these DMCA strikes are about to make me the Jonker, dude. I'm about to become the Chonky. I'm about to become the Joker, baby. The internet told me. Where did you get such a cool... Where did you get such a cool artifact setup? Internet? If anybody gets that reference, you get a gold star. Okay, anyway, I guess we gotta go over here. Live baller reaction. So I was balling. Okay, I'm just gonna, because I think I already got the preview. Yeah, everything else should be good. Okay. It's a nerd. Neuron activated. Yeah, we're getting neurons activated all over the place. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So I was balling, right? Oh, is there a withering zone? Is there a withering zone here? You know I got to take care of my withering zones. Yep, there's definitely a withering zone here. We can do it.
One with the farm.
Stand with me.
Let's nip that in the bud. Enshroud. Ha!
Do not have time for this. Ow.
Again, dissipate.
Be still.
Oh wait, no, I already did the 10-hour quest last time. I'm stupid. Am I just a big dumb? Don't answer that question. I already know what the answer is. It's yes. It's always yes. I am always stupid. I am big idiot. Where? Oh, okay. One flower. Please, someone help me. I am under the flower. Stop posting about balling. I'm tired of hearing it.
I love root germinate.
Coming
Germinate.
Sumeru cascade.
Do you know what? We need a Genshin Impact character that's all about balling.
Stand with me.
Propagate.
We just need a balling Impact Genshin. I mean, what's his name? No, it's not Hakakuin. Oh, Haizu.
Why is there a chest
Yes.
here?
We it's welcome. I mean, we already have a ballin' Warframe. It's Garuda. She has a Prime now, so it's literally ballin' Prime. All these numbers make me feel like I'm in math class. Well, clearly you have never played an RPG or a MMORPG before, because this is tame shit compared to like the big MMOs out there. Okay, I'm just screwing around. I really should just be doing. I should be going to the main thing. Kekyoin. Yeah, hold on. I need to. Where is? I'm leveling him up right now. There he is. Yeah, Shikakuin Haizu. He does have a ball. He do be ballin', but it's not the right type of ball. It's the ball that he kicked with his feet, not with the ball that he holds with his hand. Just give me a meter. Yeah. Oh, hello. Are there enemies here? Is this the work of an enemy stand user? No? Okay, cool. Peace. Bye. I'm dealing with your bullshit today. Oh, there's a treasure chest over there. Yes, I shall go deal with that. I auto with the boba. Yeah, but that's not ballin'. That's boba. My guy.
Scatter.
This is boba. Bobin.
Like a lamb to the slaughter. Mind the daily.
Yes. Like a lamb to the slaughter. Anyway, so please.
Spring forth.
Yep. Lamb to the slaughter.
Have any use for them?
Unfortunately,
Propagate.
he was the lamb.
Let's nip that in the butt.
Be still.
Come on.
Stand with me.
Have to do it now.
Keep out. Ha.
thing after another. Come on, I keep coming into places of doing optional stuff, and I don't want to do the optional stuff. I want to do the quest, but it's I have to clear out the forest because I am. Come on, you gotta clear out the forest. You gotta make all the plants have little smiley faces on them. You know, what you gotta do. I am Yecktan, protector of the forest. Where? Over here. Yoink. It was pretty balling. Really balling.
Enshroud.
Ball. Does it look like I know what a boggle is?
The depth back.
Our bond is strong.
Can't see.
I hate all of you.
Ha! Ta! Hoom! Propagate!
Neat. Ow. Anyway, where is...
Keep up.
Keep up. I can spell keep up. Oh, hi. Why are there
Let's nip that in the
reptiles
butt.
here?
Cascade.
Cascade!
Out of my way. Deal with me. Take care of.
Whoops. I forgot about that whole corrosion effect.
Kamisato Archon. Sumeru.
One with the forest. Dust to dust.
Are you freaking kidding me right now? Where is he? Get over here.
Propagate.
There we go. What? How are you still alive? There we go. I got completely rammed by that.
All yours, should you have any use for them.
I should actually, you know, pay attention to the fight once in a while. That would be good, you know? I need to heal my party. God damn it. Is there... Oh, there's an Archon thing over there. You know what? I shall revive... Shinari first. I mean, I might as well just use the foodies, because, you know, they're there.
Keep up.
Bone apple teeth. Alright, let's head over to Caravan Ribat. Ribat. Should probably actually read the 4 loggerheads. You have temporary lost Nahida's help. But according to the message she left behind, you will meet someone in the desert who can help you get out of the woods to foil the nefarious plot between the academia and the You set off on another journey. Oh, another journey. I am a traveler after all. It is what I do. I travel, John. It's what I do.
Paimon coming in. Paimon coming in. Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
No, I cannot. Is that better? Hold on.
Enshroud.
Be still.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Does that sound good? Hold on. Doing a little bit of sound mixing again. It should be good, right? I don't like it how it peaks in the yellow there. Yeah, we'll just put the audio to 5, or the main audio to 5. Okay, there we go. Where? Oh, okay, there. Excellent.
We finally made it to Caravan Ribat. It's pretty lively here.
Rebate.
just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh, if it's this tall, it's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
Truly awe-inspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Oh, it's Al-Haytham. Fun fact, Al-Haytham is actually the name of the first mathematician that created algebra. Fun facts with Yecktan. I knew why his name sounded familiar. Yeah, that was the surname of the first Muslim mathematician.
Huh?
Al-Haytham?
Over here.
What's going on?
Oh, Haytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Okay. Good algebra. Real algebra movement. Yeah. Algebra. Yeah, the Muslims invented algebra.
What the? Where did he go?
What? Yeah, it must have been the rats.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
Hey there, Tan of Yek. So they did. Yes, they did.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
Thanks, Al-Haytham. I think it's technically Al-Hathim.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors.
No, it was Islam. It was actually during one of I think it was during either the Umayyad Caliphate or the Caliphate before that. I don't remember. Nope, they were Islamic.
All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
Yes, fixing people's stupid mistakes because they're stupid.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Al-Haytham. I never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
No. Brown people make numbers? Impossible. It must be aliens. Yeah, exactly. Aliens did it.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it.
But he doesn't care.
However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You do have a point.
You're thinking, Headass, you're thinking of Arabic numbers, which was actually made before Islam. I think the first Arabic numbers actually came from India, ironically enough. Most Arabic numbers used Sanskrit, at least an early form of Sanskrit. Wasn't the Middle East the center of mathematic development at one point? It wasn't just the center of mathematic development. It was the center of scientific, philosophic, like all types of development. It's because they preserved ancient Greek statues, while the medieval people in Europe destroyed it because they thought it was heresy, because it was statues of other gods. Brown people can't math. That's why Yex's the drop rates as 10-28% and Noel negative 92% on every 4-star. Yes, exactly. That's yep. Correct. Do you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project. As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
Oh, so you were actually looking for me.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Shit, I meant Black Adam. How was Black Adam? How was Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Black Adam? Dwayne the Johnson. You know, honestly, they probably should have tried to hire like an Egyptian actor, because Black Adam was originally from Egypt, ancient Egypt. But you know, what are you gonna do? It was one of the movies of all time. Okay, so it wasn't bad. I was about to second guess that since Venom can't be in theaters anymore. Yeah.
Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be.
Something tells me that that capsule is going to be involved with the Balladeers' shenanigans.
Which brings me back
That was
to you.
Dwayne the
Why you're so
Rock
interested.
Johnson. That's some algebra right there.
The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right
Ain
in front of you,
al-Ahmar?
and upon seeing
I'm sorry,
him,
I couldn't.
your
I couldn't
expression
help myself.
became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Ooh, we just got called out. We've been caught in 4K. Must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World forget me.
Oh, Hatham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is just, a little bit complicated.
So that's your answer. Well,
Drain.
I do work for the
Drain
academia
stone,
after all.
Johnny.
So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
It was The Rock trying to be the bad guy, be a bad guy, but does not want to ruin his nice guy image. It's kind of a mess. I mean, John Cena was able to keep that. He's still known as like a nice guy, like a baby face in sort of like the wrestling sphere, but he played Peacemaker like an absolute idiot and asshole. So I don't know. I don't know if, yeah. It can be done. I mean, he's an actor, so he's just, you know, he's acting something. John Cena does not have a rock ego, apparently, yeah. I saw one headline of Black Adam saying it sucked. That said it sucked. I guess. I don't know. I'm not really, I mean, it could be. Maybe I'll have to watch it, I guess. I don't know.
No matter. Rather than simply
I feel
learning
it's
the
just
answers
something of,
from
oh,
you,
we just
I'd
need
still
to,
prefer
we need to make a
investigate on
movie
my
that was
own.
based off of one of the movies
Speaking
that was
of,
popular,
you
like,
two
you know,
are also
Shazam.
headed to the desert?
So why not make a movie about Black Adam? Because Black Adam is starting to become more and more of an anti-hero now, rather than like a full-blown villain, even though he started as a villain, but then became an anti-hero later on, so I don't know.
That's right. We have the same plan as you. But we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then it isn't really much of a plan, is it?
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
Okay, sounds good.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Definitely not gonna betray us or anything. Okay, to the village we go. So canonically, the sand is known as where all plants go to die, or it's made out of like dead emotions or dead dreams. I can't remember how the R&R thing went. But I mean, it's dead plants is pretty accurate, considering the fact that, you know, anything, not a lot of things can grow in a desert. Up. Hello, Sealy. They did have some Antifa vibes to it, which was interesting, but it ruined the message by the end. Nah, yeah. They can't exactly lean too much into the Antifa thing, because, you know, it's a Hollywood movie, so they kind of have to be, like, pro-status quo. Which is unfortunate, but hey, what are you gonna do? Where's that suit? There's the suit.
Alright, this'll do.
Sansa showed me the Digimon movie again. I haven't watched in ages. Which Digimon movie? I think there's 3 of them nowadays. Actually, I think there's 4 of them now. Another test cell.
The depth's back.
I was confused then. Slightly less confused now. That's fair. Digimon is kind of a trip.
I hear everything.
In fact, here's everything.
Stand with me!
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, cool.
I'll keep this close.
Digimon was cooler than Pokemon. I will admit that. The anime was a little bit better, even though I grew up with both. I did like the Digimon anime more than I liked the Pokemon anime. Even though they did tread on a lot of similar grounds most of the time. Oh my god, is that coconut? The coconut nut is a very big nut. It's an... Oh, is this a date? Is this just a very big date? I was never into either. Yeah, that's fair. You had a normal life then, unlike us. Ooh, that looks good.
A
This
reward
also
on the
looks pretty
road.
good. Ah, okay, so we have some stuff over here. Nice, nice. Donk, donk, donk. Let's worship the statue real quick. Okay, there we go.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
The
Whoa.
desert folk.
This landscape is really
Can't call them
something
sand
else.
people, so we call them
What a
desert
cool
folk. I see.
place. Let's go check it out. Wow.
Hello. Oh. Whoa! Hey, sit up. You just attacked us. How's it? Okay. Dude, this guy is already going like goblin mode before we can introduce ourselves.
Sino.
Sino. Oh, Sino, I guess.
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Can't call them sand people. Because Disney would sue. Yeah, it's true. The Digimon rap, and the one, and oh, Angela Anaconda ad are canon to Digimon. It's true. Wait, Sinnoh is a guy? Yes, Sinnoh is a guy.
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Oh.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Ooh! It's coming out with a
Had I
slammers
used
here.
my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
You'd be surprised.
Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
It's a bitch!
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
The only was people could care about and wait, what? The only was people could care about Angela Anaconda. Yeah, I remember Angela Anaconda. That was a show. It was the show of all time. The only way. I actually liked Angela Anaconda. It was just wild.
Who is that, Alhaitham? Did you call him General Mahamatra?
General Mahamatra. The only people that remember Angela Anaconda was the people that had that Digimon movie on VHS. That's me!
Yes.
I had that movie
General
on
Mahamatra
VHS.
Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
I think we have committed a couple of academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Alhaitham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
And me. Yep. And you. Great.
I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
I don't trust him as much as you seem to think, pal.
Has Alhaitham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Alhaitham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Ooh.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
It's the red butt
The
plug.
divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No, it did not. So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance.
There's a lot of accusations being thrown around, and I do not have any context for any of these.
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
Man.
If I was the real target of your mission,
This is
what was
scandals on
stopping
top
you
of
from
scandals on
simply
top of
using your
scandals. It's
authority
essentially a
and resources
scandal
to judge me
pancake.
within the walls of the Academia.
It's a scandal super slammer at Denny's. Is it a scandal slammer from Denny's? It is. It's true, Sino, confess. You did order a super slammer at Denny's.
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
Oh shit, now he's gonna kill us.
You two! Ugh. What you would do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Give me the red butt plug.
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Hello, Dia. It's essentially Active Blizzard scandal stacking. Yeah, pretty much.
Great! Finally, someone that we can trust!
Nope, can't trust me either.
You gotta help us out here. Otherwise, these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other.
Damn, that's damning with faint praise.
But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Ellipses.
Furry. It's true, he is a furry. Still looking for an opportunity to attack.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Furry.
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly! We have to take cover.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong.
Tequila
Let's
boo.
get over there.
That sounded like Candace.
Who's Candace?
Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Sino and Al-Haytham. Women. Yep, it is Candace. Hey, Ryden, do you know who Candace is? Ligma. Who is Ligma shields activate? Who the hell is Steve Jobs? So, I think these guys are just gonna keep having a staring contest the entire time. Yep. Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Yeah.
Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun.
Thank you, Paimon.
The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down.
Where's the lamb sauce? God, just kiss already? Ling, ling, ling.
Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Hello, Candace. You have one yellow eye.
Our savior has come at last.
That's heterochromia.
Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
Have you heard the tale of the Rubondese people? Who is Rubondese? Rubondese balls, eh? Candace belongs to the Daily Wire Empire. Some tribe, I don't care. I don't know. Ooh. You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
Oh no, you're about to give Yeki Labu fucking fucking PTSD over his lost sister. Heterochromia as opposed to heterosexual, which everyone is in this game is according to the CCPR. Yes, that is right. I'll never be able to reach jokes on par with the Ligma King's simple flips.
All right.
It's true.
Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
Yeah, Rachel, can I ask you, so if there's gonna be a sandstorm mechanic and a sandstorm happens, I'm gonna need you to play like a 20-second clip of Darude's sandstorm every time. Please, I'm begging you.
And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
And then they all fucked.
If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Man, we'll have a 2-hour conversation about things only to drop one sentence in the middle, just hoping people would hold on to that and just ask him, what is Rubondese? Faintly heard about Darude Sandstorm. Oh, that was such a big meme back in the day. Usually when people would like post a song or ask like what song is this in the comment section, people would immediately just put in Darude Sandstorm every single time. Those are the days. Yeah, Darude Sandstorm. And then it is like, what song is this? It's like, don't say Darude Sandstorm, and then people would say Darude Sandstorm anyway. Or give a link, which was just Darude Sandstorm, the song, the official music video of Darude Sandstorm. Quickly saying hello and disappearing in the void. Moshi, Moshi, Moshi! I first heard of Darude Sandstorm when playing laser tag. Oh, really? No, don't lead. Darude Sandstorm. Moshe, what's... Moshe, tell me what the song is. Correct answers only.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
Ah, good lord. Okay, anyway. Is it still picking up? What? What is my microphone picking up right now? Hello? Hold up. Properties. What the fuck? Hold on. No, I don't wanna mess with the Dirt SNES storm. SNES! Those mixers. Where's the filter setting? Hold on, technical difficulties. Darude Shibsting. What? I'm Shibsting! What? What? I'm gonna brown. Not performance mode. Is it what I think it is? Hold on one moment. There, did that fix it? Yes, it did. Okay, so it's my bathroom fan. That's weird. Okay, anyway. Darude, Florida Sandstorm. It's time for Florida.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia.
Miss D's nuts.
Do I make myself clear?
Candace Crystal.
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait, that was you trying to be a mediator?
Florida, solve with a statewide dose of Florentine. Darude Shia LaBeouf.
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Huh? Exile yourself?
It's like chlorine, but worse. Yeah.
A little while
I
ago,
know what fluorine
I discovered that there was
is.
data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit.
It's not made of cum.
However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me,
"You are a sussy baka."
"The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
Ah, that's very Nixonian of them. Or Reagan, I guess. Did you know heavy water is made of deuterium, which is instead of deuterium instead of hydrogen, which is kind of sweet. Well, yeah, it's just essentially 2 hydrogen atoms together. It's heavy it's just H2.
So they really are up to no good.
That's no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions.
Oh, deuterium is just a heavy isotope of hydrosodium with 1 neuron, no H2. Oh, okay, never mind. I haven't taken chemistry in like a very long time.
I will never give up on this investigation. There's no need for someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own name.
Oh, heavy water is D2O instead of H2O. Ah, got it, okay.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Yeah!
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
What if that whole story was just made up?
Well, Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Alhaitham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Alhaitham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Alhaitham?
That's me! At least it's not tritium, which is a radioactive isotope of a hydrogen with 2 neurons. Yeah. Heavy water is just dong 2O. Yes, it is. Well, not it's not dong 20. That would just be dong 20. But I get what you're trying to do. Nuclear water made of T2O. Spicy Gatorade, if you will.
What?
Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with a divine knowledge capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
From the very beginning, Alhaitham was... The sages were watching me from the very beginning!
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler.
If you made someone drink it, they wouldn't be wiser until they drank it, as it would just look like water. Isn't ice just heavy water? No, ice is actually lighter than water. Water is water is actually the one, yeah, it's less dense. So technically it's lighter. Water is one of the only few molecules that has the inverse, where becoming solid actually becomes lighter than becoming heavier. Yeah, ice is just crystallized water. This is why everyone is smarter than me. I mean, we learned this shit in like high school, but we never actually used this knowledge. It just happens. We don't need to know the complex formula of like stellar gravity like determining the orbit, because the orbit just happens regardless. It doesn't need our knowledge to work. I'll hit them!
After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
It's because Canada is really trying to push the next generation to become nuclear physicists. That's why. No other explanation. There is none. There's no other explanation.
A most enticing offer.
What am I gonna do with this information? Information? Nothing! Yes, exactly, but it's still pretty cool.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages.
Yeah, no, Canada is one of the major exports, education, yeah. Our American esport is school shootings. No, it's football! And school shootings.
Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
Well, did you join forces with me just so that you can investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
That's convenient.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the Academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Well, what the fuck was my brain on? All of that was completely unprompted. Nah, I mean, I asked about chemistry stuff. Dude, our American schools are essentially a Call of Duty lobby. What you gonna do? Now that you mention it, things did go on like that.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you.
It's not.
I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
No, a pub match in CSGO is a Russian high school. Because, you know, most people in CSGO is usually shouting in Russian.
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Yeah, he's got a point there.
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy, for now.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
God damn it, Dia.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home. I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
Diha, more like diva. Ha! High five, so. Happy Halloween!
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
Candy's nuts. What the hell was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
That sounded like a rift hound.
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
I can do that.
Creatures? In the sandstorm? Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
After a while, the winds outside begin to calm.
The winds died down. That means the sandstorm's over, right?
No.
Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and check on her.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
If they don't end her character art with a fucking Ligma joke, I'm going to be disappointed. Candace is apparently very good, and I'm probably going to be leveling her up next. After when I take care of Q1. Is there a thing here? Yes, there is. Yes, there fucking is. Get over here. Get over here, boy. Boy, if you don't... Seems like people are out of the outside from the desert. Wait, is that? Sabah. Ooh, Sabah. Oh, yep, there's Candace with some rift hounds.
Oh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire time?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Yeah. Not only she's really strong.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I got interrupted earlier, but now I have something to take my anger out on.
Let's
It's
beat
been
him up.
quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Let's go! Oh, we're about to get... Oh, okay. Diha is not in our party. That's
Escape.
interesting. Do they not have Diha's shit? Guess not.
One with the forest.
Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Mind the deluge.
Scatter! Enshroud!
Hit him with the pocket shrooms.
Ha!
Oh, there we go. Nice.
The creatures stopped appearing.
Let's beat him up until he comes. Yeah, Darude Sandstorm.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Nah, we're good.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children. I am the chief of Aru village. Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
Uncle Anpu! It's a pleasure to meet you.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now. May I ask if such sandstorms are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent.
Climate change.
Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Another effect of Irminsul's withering.
Uh-oh.
So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Correct.
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Everyone in Aru Village needs to take good care of themselves. Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got here?
Village keeper? Who are they? Village guards like Candace?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is
Wow.
how Aru Village refers to mad scholars, exiled here by the Academia. Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia Forest. The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert. Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Hypatia was also the new... So they just send their mentally ill people into the desert? That's kind of fucked. Hypatia was also nearly exiled to the desert.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
Made in China? Oh no.
I've had encounters with those people in the past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past sins? I'm fascinated by how you think.
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Yes, big talk coming from somebody who's 5 feet tall.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I just realized Sinnoh has an Anubis hat. Yes. Anubis was the god of judgment.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor
Yeah, keep it
scholars. First they lose their sanity, now this! We need to help get them back home, safe and sound.
Yeah, Sumeru has some Egyptian. It's Indian, or it's a combination of like Middle Eastern stuff. So it's Indian, Egyptian, and also like Turkish, Persian, and Arabic. So that's why Sinnoh is a salty bitch. Yeah, he is. He's a sandy
Is
bitch.
it really a good idea to tag along with Sinnoh? You seem like you really don't trust him.
I'll be fine. Dia and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates. Let's start by finding a spot to share what we know so far.
Okay. What's there? Cactus fruit. Yum.
Hi.
Yoink. Grab the cactus. Grabby the cactus. Grabby. So grab the cactus fruit.
Keep up.
Oh. Loose sand piles. Who knows what lies beneath these small piles of sand that are easily scattered by the power of anim... Are you kidding me? You gotta be... Cool, alright.
Keep up.
Pretty sure it's nothing.
Keep up.
Wish I had an Animo team with me, but that is good to know. I'll keep
Keep up.
that in fucking mind. There. Oh, yep, there's some more fruit over here. Ooh, this is actually really cool. I like this.
When in Aru Village, please respect the local customs.
I will try to, unless the local customs is eating ass, because I don't do that. Sorry, it's just not my thing. Yoink.
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the Mad Scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled Mad Scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When Mad Scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village greatly resented having to take in the Mad Scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a Mad Scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt. After that, the people of Aru Village treated the Mad Scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the Village Keepers.
Oh, so this is kind of like a rehab center for scholars that took too much of the knowledge, divine knowledge madness.
A soft green light? A Mad Scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
It must have been Nahida's power.
Paimon thinks so too. Actually, Sino, do you know if any of the Mad Scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru Village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the Academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Right.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed them.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do.
Yes.
So, what do you make of the story?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village.
Really? Lesser Lord Kusanali.
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the Mad Scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning.
Your logic is sound, Traveler.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon. Is she really active in Sumeru?
Well, she was.
The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
Wow, that's incredibly sad.
No way! Nahida definitely exists! She's a... how should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says weird stuff sometimes.
Great character witness, Paimon. We saved Sumeru City together in the not-so-distant past.
I've
In the
spent many
not-so-distant
years interrogating
future.
criminals,
Many
so I
thousands
can
miles
easily
away.
tell when someone is lying.
Hey, Alex. How's it going?
Good! Then you should know that we're telling the truth.
Woo!
That look in your eyes. I've never seen that from a liar. You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
We did.
How can this be? To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Amogus!
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Excuse me, are you here to help me find my grandpa?
Sure.
Huh? Who are you?
Who the fuck are you?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My
No
name is
shit.
Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Sure, why not, kid?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local. Yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Because we're family here, idiot.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
Yeah, exactly. Ohana is family.
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
How the hell did you know that?
Whoa. Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Yeah, probably not bring him with us because it could be dangerous.
Sorry. I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest. If you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
Please help him, Sino.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Alright, let's go find Candy's nuts. Fit in your mouth. Oh god, we're gonna use that joke to the ground, aren't we? Oh. Yoink. Hey. As you approach the village chief's house, Sino asks Isak to wait
Sino
nearby.
is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
Aw, that's nice.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man.
Uh-huh.
However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking. Isak was thrilled that his grandpa was able to find peace
Interesting.
and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
Who the fuck are you?
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on with our lives. It's also my reason for fighting. I must continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida. She must have soothed the other mad scholars as well. Look on Sinnoh's face, he's probably connected the dots as well.
Maybe the people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Huh? What did you say, Sino?
What the fuck?
No, nothing. As long as Isak keeps his word and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit for. Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, Sino.
Bash.
Hey, Isak!
What's happening, kid?
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow, thank you so much!
Well, we're on a grandpa hunt. Grandpa will be found safe and sound.
Yeah!
Alright. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Sounds like a plan. Dreams, emptiness, and deception. Quest completed. Now the missing village keepers. Trusted by Isak, resident of our village, you and Sinnoh begin looking for clues about the village keepers. Okay, let's go. What can you tell me about the village
Did
keepers?
you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
The dude just bailed on the convo. Okay. What an asshole. Alright, hello, Shani.
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you seen them?
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Okay.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good people?
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean that nice man who looks like your grandpa's long-lost twin, right?
Huh.
He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. He happened to be staying near my house that day and was doing something with his hands on the ground. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Did someone teach them how to do that? Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to look out for others. I'm pretty sure that if I ever went mad, I wouldn't be able to do anything like that.
Huh.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yeah, Sinnoh, you were kind of going a little bit too hard there. We gotta work on your people skills, pal. Yoink. Veggie tables. That's a nice run,
Stay safe. Don't get hurt.
Okay, we won't. Is there supposed to be a person here? Oh, I see. Jabari!
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and space out near the village entrance.
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. Oh, your grandpa, huh?
Oh my god, he looks like JonTron.
It's been a while.
Oh no.
The last time I saw him, he was spacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like any of the food I had prepared, despite my wife's protests. Like many people, she's really quite terrified of them. And speaking of my wife, she's still always complaining about how I don't make enough mora. Might explain why she's always mad at me.
He looks like, oh yeah, he does look more like Peanut Butter Gamer. He does, it's true. It's true.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for taking care of him.
It was nothing. Hey, you're looking for him, right? Did he go for a walk and get lost?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, once you found him, come by my place again and I'll cook a little something for the both of you. I've known you since you were very young. So as far as I'm concerned, you're family. Please feel free to come by anytime.
Yeah.
Wow, what a nice guy.
Yeah, these guys are so nice.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Huh?
What's wrong, Seno? Did something happen?
Don't say anything for now. Isak, stay here. Let's head over there. Stay quiet as you move.
Okay. King Deshret and the three met. That sounds familiar. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Listen, see if you can make out what they're saying.
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to this world.
King Deshret?
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King
King
is the
Deshret?
one and only true ruler of this land. I've never believed in any other gods. Still, you say he's coming back, but it sure doesn't feel like life's about to change around here anytime soon. What's your proof?
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King civilization in ancient times. We don't quite know why, but it seems like there's some sort of connection between insanity and the Scarlet King. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense. Does this mean our lives are finally going to take a turn for the better?
Maybe.
Exactly. Those city folks will get what's coming to them.
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Uh-oh.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
I'm the guy who's gonna give you a walloping if you don't talk right now.
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Oh boy, he's bringing out the claws.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move, and he's gonna flay us alive.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no match for this guy.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear and that the Scarlet King will return to this land. I'm not making this up. I swear.
Sus.
Hey, go on. Keep talking.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people at the academia. They keep sending us all their mad scholars and won't let us have a good life. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The radicals were even more thrilled than me when they heard the news. We're all praying for the Scarlet King's speedy return.
Oh no. Are the desert people about to enact a jihad in King Deshret's name?
Delavar also said that once the Scarlet King returns to our side, it's only a matter of time before we conquer the land on the other side of the wall. They're all willing to serve under the Scarlet King and fight for a share of the glory.
Oh no.
Is that so?
Yep, no, this definitely sounds like a jihad.
Seems like he still wants to know more. Keep talking.
Got it. At first, I told myself it was just the drink talking, but then all the mad scholars vanished without a trace, just as the rumor said.
Oh no. It's the Scarlet King from beyond the desert sands, the Crimson Chin.
Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors.
Or the Crimson
If I'm
God.
guilty, then everyone else around here is also guilty. I'm just saying what the others said.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but
King Deshret.
dislike the Dendro Archon.
The Academia is probably the true target of their hatred. Yeah.
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he probably hasn't been around the village. What about you, man? Have you seen him at all?
No, not at all. We wouldn't dare lie to you. He's really not here right now.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not. All we know are their names.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. And many others to stop you from sending warning messages.
Like breaking all the bones in your body.
So you'd best just stay home and hope I don't hear of you trying to contact anybody. Don't do anything until I've gotten to the bottom of this. Try something foolish, and even Candace won't be able to protect you.
Yes, got it. We'll do just as you say.
Here comes the Crimson
Scared
Chin.
everyone half to death. Sino is pretty terrifying.
Good thing I'm not one of your enemies.
He didn't try to reassure us at all. It's like he's used to hearing that. Oh, Paimon bets lots of people have told him that before.
All the more reason for you not to get on his bad side.
I heard that.
Ooh. Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. But we need to check a few more places.
Maybe we should check the scholars' homes?
Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
And I have returned.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Just follow me.
Okay. Oh god, why is he... Game, why are you like this? Why do you make the person I'm
Grandpa?
supposed to be following
He
slower
likes to
than my
be
running
alone.
speed?
Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers.
Oh, I do like the
Every
sand
now and then,
effects. That's really nice.
He yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Okay. Why do they make the speed like this?
Well, this is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
What's that? That smell! Can't you smell that smell? Sino, did you catch a faint whiff of incense? That good Ruka Devada shit?
No.
Incense? Please don't say it's the same one as before.
It's definitely that one.
But are you okay? Are you getting dizzy or need to lie down?
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day. And then he gave us a long lecture to explain all about how it worked.
Yeah.
So, you know Tainari?
Yes.
Huh? You know him too? Are you two friends?
Special friends.
Yes. Now that I concentrate, I can also make out the scent of incense.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture you too.
No. No need.
I can handle this scent very well, thank you very much.
Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house?
No, it was the forest where a scholar was meditating.
In the forest. From a scholar.
It'd be more efficient if we split up and look for clues. Okay, let's go looking for said clues. Yoink. Alright. What you got, kid?
Where did Grandpa go? Please come home, Grandpa.
Okay. Where is... Oh. Footprints are at least rather clear. Oh, yep. Okay. Sinnoh is definitely on the trail here. Nope. Sinnoh, you found something?
What are you looking for, Sino?
Here it is. Take a look right here.
Paimon doesn't see anything.
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints here. From the size and shape, they belong to an adult male. This pattern is a common one from this area. Local shoes. This was probably someone from the village.
Damn, he's good.
The scent is quite faint, but still extant. The footprints head in the direction of the door.
You mean someone else has been here?
But who would come looking for Grandpa? He doesn't have any friends.
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Lured him away? So that's what happened.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent?
Yeah, you get lured away by food all the time.
Hey, what's wrong with liking good food? Everyone's got something they love in life.
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense, since the smell supposedly helps them clear their minds and discover new knowledge.
Oh, so they're literally hooked on drugs.
Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No, Grandpa.
So someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Huh. Still, why would anyone want to abduct all the scholars?
Is it to resurrect King Destrit?
Are the rumors really true?
That's the only lead we have so far.
Could the disappearance of all the mad scholars have something to do with the radicals?
It's highly likely.
Please, you have to save my Grandpa. Grandpa's never done anything wrong. Please help him.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Yeah,
Let's head
we'll
to Aru Village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After that, we'll set off to find the scholars.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Whoops. I still don't know how to play these radiant spin crystals.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
No, I don't wanna. No, I don't want to. Nope. Hello, lady.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace. We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Hello.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too.
Hello, dear.
You bet. So, everything goes smoothly?
Reasonably.
Alhaitham didn't go with you?
No.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village entrance earlier and figured he was investigating with you. I guess he must have gone off on his own.
Did you find out anything useful?
You told Candace and Dia everything you learned.
I see. So someone used a kind of incense to lead the exiled scholars away from the village.
The resurrection of the Scarlet King?
King Deshret.
First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many scholars still studying around these parts. No seller would be able to make a profit here. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive process. You won't see anybody in the desert with the patience to make or sell something that requires that kind of effort. It seems someone from beyond the wall must have been supporting this.
Makes sense.
Probably the sages, if I had to guess.
So what should
Or
we
the
do
Fatui.
then? Do we go back to the academia and search for leads there?
If it was any other day, that would be your next logical step. But today, you've got me on your team, so you get an extra tip. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well, I also like to drink at the tavern, so I know a thing or two about these radicals he mentioned.
If Paimon remembers correctly, the leader of the radicals is some guy called Delavar.
Oh.
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabari, the duck-tailed bearded crook. The whole lot of them are known around these parts.
Oh, we just talked to those guys. Feel like I've heard these names somewhere before.
These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King.
King
The way
Deshret.
they see it, the Scarlet King's
King Deshret.
resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the academia. Throwing
Yep.
all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia, you're amazing! You really know this place inside and out.
But Dia, Dia's winking at me. Maybe I should stay quiet for now.
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern has been a valuable investment.
Oh, I think she's noting us that somebody's listening in.
Let's head out.
Yes,
Now
let's.
hold on, you're staying right here, Sino.
Why?
Because, I don't think they would take too kindly to you.
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. I'd bet word about you has already gotten out. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a lot tougher than on the outside of the wall. You survive on making connections out here. Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the locals' trust.
Eh?
I need to go around and ask some questions.
Ellipses?
But it'll be difficult if you're with me.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the Mad Scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan. Well. Yep, someone was definitely eavesdropping on this situation. But I guess we'll just have to go investigating back at Caravan Rebot. Caravan Ribbit.
Well, here we are again.
Well, here we are again. The Bahamas.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Yeah.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's what mountains do.
It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us.
Aw, Dia, that's sad.
Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, Almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving.
Ooh.
Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
That's racism right there, baby.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Aw. I understand how she feels.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
Okay, let's go gather some big heaping spaghetti full of information. Bulletin board. Young people overthink everything these days. Hadn't it been for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, we our villagers would have not have long been skeletons under the ruins of those temples. I overheard someone say that King Deshret might come back to life. Even that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata never came back after all these years, let alone King Deshret. Better get to our work now. We can't afford to live with the very few supplies delivered to our village every month. Yeah, man, the academia is really freaking prejudiced against these guys.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land?
Yeah, sure. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways.
How far back?
Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen Engur, Delavar, or Jabari recently?
Only drinking buddies? Yeah, exactly.
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days. So, you came here to help him out?
Are these guys using double entendres?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
Come with me, and you'll see a place of pure imagination. Do, ba ba ba. Yeah, come to Dia's only drinking buddies page, please. I'm surprised nobody's made an app yet of only drinking buddies. Oh. Hello.
Are we there yet?
Yep, this is the place.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Only cousins? You don't have to be lonely at onlycousins.com. That's essentially farmers only. What are you talking about?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark. You're like lambs to the slaughter.
Hey, that's one of the lines from the air. Crap. Where this is an ambush, isn't it? Ellipses.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
An ellipses ambush.
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you from the moment you set foot there. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar, I also know that you've teamed up with people from the Academia to look for the missing scholars.
Oh, so he doesn't know about the missing scholars.
So, you've been watching us from the very beginning?
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall for your little business deal nonsense?
Actually, I was kind of hoping that you'd do that, yes.
So you and Delavar have been partners all along.
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around the tavern have stronger bonds than you think.
Oh, jeez. Friendship over.
But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru. There's nothing more we'd like to see than the desert folk overthrowing the Academia.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Uh-oh.
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
That's a big old family reunion. Everybody betray me! Yay!
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us followers of the Scarlet King despise the most.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be mean to the voice actor, but it sounds like he was drunk when he came to record it. Yeah, like, what the fuck? That VA phone. No, he's not phoning it in. He's just drunk as shit. He's on, like, he's on, like, some sleeping medication. Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. It's me, Enger. You're about to be a whole world of walloping, Missy. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet
King
King is
Desert.
greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent scholars, all because of some baseless rumors. Anything else I'm missing out on?
Like Snagglepuss on antidepressants. Oh god, no.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic. You're all like a pack of street rats.
Street rat?
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit to be made, anyone can become my friend.
Enough talking! Get him!
Kick their ass!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Yes! If only they could look closer.
Following order. New punching.
Our bond is strong!
Be still.
We need to watch Aladdin. I fucking love Aladdin.
Spring forth!
The devil's beckon.
Can't see?
Oh, that was it? Okay, cool.
Impossible! How could you?
What? So I can't hear you over the water lotuses. What? Oh, okay, never mind, it's good. The original or the Will Smith? No, the animated version, you ding-dong.
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all.
Ooh. Damn.
And of course you would believe everything he reported. The only thing you know about me is that I'm a mercenary, but you've never seen me in action. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing all the real fighting. That so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. She admitted it herself. She just uses her connections to gain the trust of others.
Except she wasn't in my party at all.
That's what you thought, right?
You lied in the village because you figured that we'd have people watching you.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Pathetic.
Pathetic. Oh, God.
Okay, that should be all of them.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru Village?
They should all have, like, the Yamcha, like, death pose. That would have been great.
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened to notice a couple suspicious-looking people while you were out investigating.
Oh, but instead of catching them right away, you let them report back.
So we could get the bigger fish.
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to get the real catch, we have to be patient and give it some time.
So, those names you mentioned.
Oh!
Family Guy Ragdoll. Yeah, no, that one.
Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit, Paimon can't remember them all.
The Yum God.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Edgar, the wide-eyed butcher, and Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, are the nicknames they came up with for themselves.
That's kind of pathetic.
Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the Scarlet King is a superior deity.
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to track him down.
So who's the duck-tailed bearded crook?
That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Right.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
They're all radicals, Paimon. Every single one of them.
No, he isn't.
Oh,
I just
okay.
needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Oh, okay, good. So it's not racism. Whew. Whew, thank goodness.
Wow, what a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from the usual playbook, if I'm honest.
So,
wait, there's a playbook?
That thing you were saying before, is it really true?
About what?
About how mercenaries only care about Mora, and that anyone's a friend as long as there's a profit.
Does that bother you?
I don't think you're that kind of person.
What makes you so sure?
Because even without an employer, you're still helping us out.
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
Yes.
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon.
Then why'd you say that we were sharp?
I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate. I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in the Scarlet King, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the Academia's trickery. But I see through it all. And unlike them, I can never be hostile towards anyone who's never done anything wrong.
Dia?
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village.
You got it.
This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
What does questioning entail? She's a Hydra user, so I'm assuming waterboarding is going to be involved?
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
Okay.
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler.
I don't remember the Eremites. I don't remember the Eremites signing the Geneva Convention. Sounds good.
As for these idiots, let's just hope they live to see another day.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely waterboarding them. Good. Good to know. Oh god, we have to wait. I'm gonna do this challenge first while I wait. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Peanut Butter Gamer is not a radical. He will not. Peanut Butter Gamer will not do a jihad. Please don't quote me on that. Oh. Whoops. Hey. Well, this is awkward. Murderism. Yes, exactly. I love murder. Okay, hopefully I have enough. Yes, I do. Whoop. Peanut Butter Gamer will not do a jihad. Yecktan 2022.
A reward on
yes.
the road.
I mean, it's true. He won't do it. Okay, let's do the time warp again. Actually, let's teleport back and then do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Is that freaking Tom Kenny dressed up as a pirate?
Hey, Dia!
Hello.
Right on time.
Yes. Did we learn anything from the criminals?
We'll know any moment now.
Paimon's been wondering. You seem to know Candace pretty well. Have you been friends for a long time?
Oh, yes. Special friends.
We've known each other for some time now. She's a pretty interesting person. Even though she's an extremely strong warrior, she never misuses her powers against others.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean. Like a lot of martial artists say, never take the fight outside the ring.
Who the fuck says that? Wait, no, that's another. Wait, no, that's not Muhammad Ali.
Yep, I guess you can put it that way. It takes strong convictions to be as dedicated as she is, and shoulder that kind of responsibility. Us mercs, on the other hand, we pretty much live from one day to the next.
Well, Paimon thinks you're great too.
Aww.
Really? Thanks for that.
I'm here too, by the way.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
Uh-oh.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, God.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Just applying a little bit of electro to that waterboarding.
Come on in, everyone.
Okay.
Come on, let's go inside.
We go inside. Boop.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
It's because I am.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't feed us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
She mastered it very quickly, too.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed.
Now you're gonna sleep in it.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of the Scarlet King will
King
only
Deshret?
result in war. And war serves no one.
Whoa. Huh. Good God, y'all. What is it good for? Resurrecting the Scarlet King, King Deshret?
The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about the Scarlet King's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in the Scarlet King's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process.
Where are the Village Keepers now?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
I think I know exactly who this mystery man is. So do you have any idea what this mysterious person might be?
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself the Scarlet King's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Oh.
Smooth.
They'll live.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia.
Could be the doctor.
Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the Village Keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the radicals into delivering the Village Keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Okay, but why?
Not the Academia again.
King Deshret's resurrection is just the Academia's misinformation campaign.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the Village Keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars.
Uh-oh.
Regardless, our top priority now is locating the Village Keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes.
Amogus.
Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
Yes, let's. Oh, you too.
You look worried. Thinking about the village keepers?
Yes. I'd look for them myself if I could. As members of our village, each one of them is very important to me.
You have a strong sense of belonging here. I guess I'm the opposite. Mercs are stray dogs, wherever they go.
Dia, don't say that. You can be a part of this community too.
Thanks. I'll let you know when I feel like joining.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no, they're definitely special friends. Hey, what's happening, Uncle?
I just hope everyone's all right.
Yeah, me too, Uncle Ampu. Me too.
What
Hey, Sino.
scheme is the Academia brewing now?
I think they might be reviving a god if the leaks are to be believed. And also, you know, I watched the live stream. So... like how the Amogus emote is just Joe Swanson torso with a different head. Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa!
Hey, Alphatham.
Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages, and now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway?
Ellipses.
Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname!
Alright, yep, go ahead. I won't stop you.
Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in the village to investigate.
You could call him knockoff Zhongli.
Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Sure.
Yep. We're not gonna find out anything more by staying here.
Yeah,
So we
Paimon
thought
got
that we might
told.
as well take the search elsewhere. Enough with the silent treatment!
Maybe he's giving us time to think.
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
Alhaitham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village. Bold of you to question our choices.
That's true.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Alright, care to elaborate?
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
Okay.
How do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
You mean some of them lied to us?
I guess, yeah.
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether the Scarlet King or the Sumeru Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village.
So you're saying we can find someone new, or we can find new info from someone we already spoken to.
Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived. The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes, those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
That's shiny.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the Mad Scholars.
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the Radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
That is a lie.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
Because we're strangers.
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it.
Okay. Yeah, again, really gotta work on your people skills, man, Sino. Jesus. Oh, where? Ah.
Miss Shawnee.
FBI, open up.
I've brought someone with me.
Ellipses.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure thing. Hi, Miss Shawnee. It's very weird that we're talking through a door.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something.
Okay, I thought I was the one that was asking questions, but go ahead.
Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better?
No.
Why's that?
Because it'll only result in conflict.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations.
Okay.
Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Ellipses. Can't promise anything, but I'll do the best I can.
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation. But even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
Ellipses.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Sumeru Archon, while others believe in the Scarlet King.
King Deshret.
I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
I don't know if that's necessarily... Okay.
Speaking of which, the Radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Traitor!
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham.
Okay.
I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
What crying sound? What kind of crying sounds?
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion.
All right.
It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often, and when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night.
That can't be a coincidence.
But, because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
Could you make out where the sounds were coming from?
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
Uh-oh. Oh no, we're going to Silent Hill, aren't we?
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Alright, well, we need to go check out that hospital.
Yeah, let's go!
Let's go! Let's go on Jod. On Jod, no cap, no cap, on Jod. Also, let's go grab this stuff real quick. There's more stuff over here. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna switch to this.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Cascade.
Fucking goddamn stupid mushrooms. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. What was that? What the hell? What is that? Drift. That's a reference to a song. It's a freaking cactus and I got an achievement. Alright, gonna do a little bit. Ooh, Dar al-Shifta. Shifta. Oh, that's a nice photo. Oh. Hi. Excuse me one moment. Okay.
Stand with me.
Cool. You wanna do this? All right, let's do this.
Into the wind.
Be still.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Also, I really want Al-Haytham. He just seems really good.
Monsters, watch out!
Moonstars.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
Mind the deluge.
Oh, there's more. Oh, hi!
The bond is strong.
Hello.
Into the wind.
Be still.
The depth back.
Out of my way.
All right.
Time to get this. One with wind and cloud. One with
Bada bing,
nature.
bada boom. There we go. Got it.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
were you even expecting?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know,
Hold on, I'm getting a call.
I'll be right back.
No bathroom breaks or anything. Shaking my goddamn head. Okay, I'm back. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Yeah, bandits dropping out of the sky. Yeah. That's stupid.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Yes. Agreed.
This is the one.
This is the what? Oh, cool. You can just do that, I guess. I feel like there should have been some sound effects for that.
Let's go in and take a look.
Alright, carefully search the abandoned hospital.
Hey, we haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then...
Guess we're waiting again?
I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see!
No.
Okay, sure.
Okay, fine.
The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
Oh, is that the law of inertia?
So, you got that?
Nope.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to read a book once in a while either.
Hey, Paimon's your Teyvat travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Okay, fine. Paimon's the best. Oh, great. We're doing... The quest is doing the time skip for us. That saves us a little bit of time. Time get.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Lipsies.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
That's unnerving.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Oh.
It's from below.
It's a floorboard.
There's no way we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Secret room. Hello. Oh.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Yes, let's. Oh. Well, I am back here. Okay, let's investigate the hospital. Ow. My balls. What the hell are these things? Scorpion? Scorpion people? What?
Scatter!
What in the goddamn fuck? There's freaking scorpion beasts around here.
Propagate!
More wind. Oh, yeah. More of these idiots.
Scatter!
No, you don't. Stupid. More enemy reinforced. Oh.
Into the wind. Spring forth. Mind the deluge. Cascade.
Bonk. Cry from the Elazar Hospital. Alright, well, let's go investigate this hospital. And who the hell's crying in here? Oh, ancient key needed for old cabinet. Gotcha. Patient Abbas, male, 23 years old, mole on the left side of the forehead and left-handed. While his condition remains very serious, survival will be difficult without professional medical care. The patient's survivability. Once found, immediately inform. Don't give up, stay positive. All things are under the watchful eye of the divine, so don't ever give up. Rest of the document has been rendered unreadable by the weathering. This week's meals. Keep a balanced diet, rest regularly, and maintain a good mood. Monday, minty bean soup, tanchin, lunch. Curry shrimp, pan puri, or pani puri, dinner. Tuesday, salad, biryani, lunch. Fish with cream sauce, potato boat, dinner. Wednesday, shakshuka, bean cake, lunch. Remaining sections are blank. Oh, so this was a meal list? Okay. Case of emergency, contact the physician on duty immediately. Monday, Ibrahim. Tuesday, square or rectangle. Wednesday, Amohudi. The remaining sections are blank. Okay. An old vase. Seems to be the darkened remains of a stem inside. It's probably used to hold flowers. The words for Avin are at the bottom of the bottle. Seems to have been a gift to someone named Avin. Well, hopefully that ended well. Probably not.
Look, there's someone over there.
We need to be careful.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
That's actually not a good idea if somebody's having a manic episode. Nope.
You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You two know each other?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
So how did he become like this?
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Oh.
There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
People.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
Just Razak is tweaking the fuck out, dude.
The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
That's a bit morbid.
Huh? What?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Oh, this actually kind of works. He is just going to completely ignore Paimon's question.
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Or completely steamroll Paimon's question. Oh yeah, he was from that Eremite guy who went completely berserk. The One Piece is real! Yeah, the Eremite guy who said that the One Piece was real.
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Can we get much higher? So high. Oh, oh, oh. Oh.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village.
The One Paimon is real!
These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto the Scarlet King's followers.
King Deshret.
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since the Scarlet King's death all those years ago.
King Deshret.
Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
The C6 Chi-Chi is real!
Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King, and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
The drill girl game is real!
But there's still one very important question.
Can
Wasn't
we get
it
much
the
higher?
academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons.
I see. This is just a freaking tweak van like pipeline.
An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
That's malicious.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Well, where else would it come from?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, The human brain? Nope, nah. Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
How did you learn of this technology exactly?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Canned knowledge comes from monkeys on typewriters. Yes, exactly.
Paimon's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Nope, that can't be right. Most of the mad scholars have made contact with the divine consciousness in the forest. That's what the Academia is after. It's also safe to assume that this knowledge has something to do with the Fatui, the Doctor, and also the Balladeer. They are using the divine knowledge capsules to turn the Balladeer into a god.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
The Academia needs people who have been exposed to divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The Academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal?
I do not know.
I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the Academia may as well shut its doors.
Yeah, no, that's definitely against a few code of ethics, I think.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The Academia's actions run contrary to their rules.
Well, yeah, but they made up the rules, so they think that they're above the rules.
Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that.
Wow.
There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Your motives are more specific and personnel.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Ah, yes. The hero, ladies and gentlemen.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his actions because they are true to his personal motivations. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the Academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
You're probably right.
Well, at least he's embracing that identity.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
That's an interesting way to put it, yeah.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
Yeah.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Sure. So what do we do with him?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
That's a good idea.
We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Yeah, said like a true Chad. He is... Everybody's just making Alhaitham like a fucking Chad, and I guess he is. Oh. Oh. Neat. pick up? Oh, an ancient key. Nice. Ancient key goes into ancient drawer. Do 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 do. Excellent, this thing. Paimon wonders what sort of treasure we'll find in here. Shelves are filled with books. You browse through them and find that they seem to be hospital documents as medical records or financial statements. You shut the door in disappointment. Paimon thought there'd be some special treasure inside. Even the wooden barrels and crates we found on our adventure is better than this. At least those had cabbages or fowl inside. I was looking at this. Looks like it fell out from over here. Let me see. Maybe it'll lead us to treasure. Patient name, Abbas, or Abbas. Gender, male. Occupation, farmer. Basic status and administration. Scabby skin under limb extremities. Multiple ulcers in the back, chest, and other bodily surfaces. Weakness, limbs, and poor mobility observed. Mental faculties are coherent, though there are clear signs of fatigue, poor sleep quality, and poor appetite. Doctor in charge, Amudi. Back from watching Bounce SMP. Yeah. Week 1 of hospitalization. New scabs and limb extremities are enlarged in ulcers. Left arm seems unusable and is in pain. Mental faculties are coherent. There are clear signs of fatigue, poor sleep quality, and poor Doctor in charge, Moody. The scabs are scale-like and have been spread across the surface and the body. There are necrosis and multiple ulcers. The patient has fallen into a coma. Doctor in charge, Moody. Week 9 of hospitalization. Necrosis and ulcers have been effectively kept under control, and no new scabs have appeared under the surface of the body. The patient is in comatose state. Doctor in charge, Rectangle. Week 5 of hospitalization. The wound found replacement treatment is not healed, even after a long time. No new scabs have appeared on the surface of the body. There is no weakness in the limbs. The patient cannot grasp items in their own. The patient is also experiencing a fever and vomiting. Mental faculties are coherent, though fatigued. Poor sleep and unable to eat. Doctor in charge, Rectangle. Week 21 of hospitalization has started to manage to keep the scabs on the body surface under control, and new limbs function have been restored. The patient experienced chronic coughing and is prone to fainting. Mental faculties are coherent and in a good state. Sleep quality and appetite are decent. Doctor in charge, Rectangle. Ugh, Elazar is so scary. What does the other document say? Sergeant, treatment subject, Abbas, gender, male, occupation, farmer, doctor in charge, Rectangle. Status, after 20 weeks of treatment, specimens 4's new skin and new left arm have been recovered, or have recovered well. No changes in appetite or sleep. Mental state fluctuates between normal range. There has been multiple attempts to leave the care area. God's voice guides me is cited as motivation. The specimen is believed to have delusional tendencies. Additionally, the God's voice described in the confession is possibly related to the resonant quake phenomenon present in the eternal topographic structure of the dunes. This should be investigated to rule out ungovernable input interference. Increased supervision. Treatment of protocol. The next phase of trial is beginning to see the results. The next phase, observation, specimen 4's organs following extent of examination. Sample 3 is the best material for the third phase of trial. Well, my back hurts, so I should get some sleep. Have fun. All right, you have fun. Have a good rest, Zuki Pookie. Before the implementation of is required, continuous vomiting and its normal occurrence must be preserved beforehand. Specimen 4 to maintain circulation. After completion of the basic operation, observe the subject for 1 week. If normal psychological activity is observed in the organs, the rate of deterioration of the surface scabs is reduced. Limb function is restored. Next phase of trials can commence. Physician's note. All specimens have one thing in common. Body elemental quantities were abnormally high levels. They are possibly correlated with the severity of the disease. After experiments, body elemental quantities were reduced, with samples self-reported and a reduction in symptoms. Samples self-reported a reduction in symptoms. It is reasonable to hypothesize that there is a causal relationship between elemental quantities and Elazar. More controlled trials should have been conducted to exclude redundant variables. Boo. Note, the enrichment process of elemental quantities in humans may be dynamically sustained. After the completion of early experiments with a short period of time, Specimen 1's physical indicators trended to the norm. Later stages, due to not being complete, the quantity of elemental elements in the sample bodies rebounded, and the symptoms increased, leading to Specimen 1's could not be recycled for materials. Information obtained, the preparations must be made for long-term trials. Cannot be stopped before the specimen systems have stabilized due to the nature of the trial. There must be a method to stabilize the sample's methods. Removal of may be attempted. Following new method, material rejection rate has been significantly reduced. Specimens 1 and 3 developed mental instability due to associative connections to fundamental inner quantities of and have tended to attribute the disease to unverifiable divine punishment. Consequently, considering blasphemy to accept as treatment, it is a very interesting thought. Exploring neurostimulation and the resulting cognitive shifts could be future research topic. Due to the above uncontrollable variables, they have halted at stage 2. A shame. However, the materials provided by the 2 samples were the best quality materials so far. It is reasonable to believe that the perfect performance of specimen 4 is related to the material quality provided in these 2 samples. Ultimately, once the 3-stage experiment was completed, specimen 4's symptoms were disappeared completely, proving that it is possible to use to control the elemental content of a person's body without relying on elemental power. There is a potential for weaponization. Discuss of research on has have to be increased in the future. Humans have unlimited potential. It may be foolish for me as a researcher to write this, but with enough input, I might be able to reach a level of a god, or as so people might call it. Interesting diagnostic report. Paimon didn't understand a thing. Ignorance may be bliss here, to be honest. Eh? You understood it? Paimon only got the bit that God voice guides me. What does that even, does that mean there'll be unique voices guiding us here? Could be an underground water flow or creature activity. Yeah, who knows? There might be some underground ruins. Let's listen to any sounds and take a closer look when we hear something. Oh, okay. Is that a new quest? Okay. Well, that was a cry from Elazar Hospital. That was whack. Should probably, teleport back.
We're back!
Hello!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Yeah, sure. We also found this guy.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Tell everyone what you saw in the abandoned hospital and share the current theory.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Precisely. Alright, hold on, one moment. Be right back. Man, that fan is really freaking loud.
Yep, pretty much.
Ah, I see.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Alright.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
We may have a mole in our midst.
We have a spy, a Mogus.
One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
It could be you. It could be me. It could even be...
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Care to share your thoughts?
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole.
Sino's the imposter.
Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Al-Haytham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
Oh.
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
Ah, but he doesn't know it.
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You were literally an open book.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too?
Apparently.
But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
Well, did you just slide a little bit? So they essentially took all of Sino's actions and motivations so that the Akasha could predict what he would do next.
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
All hail the algorithm.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the Academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
They escaped because of me.
Well, because of your information.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Exactly.
I have an idea.
Oh.
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Okay.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
With Sino. One step behind him.
Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Getting smarter, Paimon.
I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Nope, that's a terrible idea.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Alright guys, take your bets now. Who thinks he's gonna die at the end of this?
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Alright.
Yay! Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
Emergency food.
Paimon feels like We're missing someone, though.
Oh, Dia. She just walked off. Okay, well, I guess we're finding Sinnoh.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Okay. Uncle Ampu, you've been very quiet.
Please, stay safe, everyone.
You got it, baby. Safe is my middle name. It's not, actually. It's K. Gonna go grab this thing right over here. How am I gonna... There we go. Grabbed it. Yeah, there we go. Yoink. Oh, that's a big thing right there.
So, where do we go from here?
Sino, you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Wouldn't that be where the opposite that we should be going? Okay.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Well, at least this guy is the same speed as me. Oh, what? What is
There's
this?
something here.
What is that?
What's this?
I don't know.
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
Now is not the time for complaining, Paimon, and plus you don't run.
Okay. So, we have to dig it out? Whatever's down there looks like it's buried really deep.
Yeah. Some effort, you managed to retrieve the buried objects.
These are likely fragments of an Academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Everyone goes in different directions and start digging in the sand. After a short while, you dig up another device nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
Just a little bit, yeah.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what?
Eh?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Grandpappy!
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand,
yeah,
I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Okay, yes, I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Okay, here we go.
Ugh, but running on sand is so tiring.
Yes, it
But
is.
you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Paimon, all I'm hearing is complaining.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Yeah, he does.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Uh-oh.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Oh, no, here we go.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh? Didn't you say You'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village.
Uh-oh.
So, this is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Ooh.
Shut it, Paimon.
Whoa! Damn!
Doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land, we will have a new beginning.
Uh-huh.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
Maybe.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet
King
King.
Deshret.
Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort, my soul will always carry this conviction.
It's not too late yet. The village mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back to life.
King Deshret.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed the Scarlet King. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
Alright, let's beat him up.
Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia?
Huh? Oh. Al-Hathim?
These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next hostage. These scholars were exiled from the Academia. I, on the other hand, am their current scribe, and will be a much greater asset to you.
Okay.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
Bold of you to assume,
What
but...
are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that wouldn't be any good money.
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that confident look of yours?
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet King, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
King Deshret.
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them? Do you stand by everything you just said?
I haven't seen him lie yet.
I never make empty promises.
It's true, he really doesn't.
You know you're making a dangerous decision, right?
Oh, yes he is.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't take the followers of the Dendro Archon at their word, but what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Oh.
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
An arm from the Flame Mane. You've piqued my interest.
Oh, is that like a literal thing? Are they gonna chop her arm off if this doesn't go well?
But what if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're mercs. And mercs don't tend to live long unless they have their wits about them.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we'd bring back the village keepers together.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to negotiate! He just wants to make things more difficult!
That's fine.
Whoa!
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Raman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Are they just gonna chop off her arm right now?
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Oh shit, they're about to go through with it.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it!
Dia!
Dia! Run!
This is an episode of Breaking Bad right here. Music is just,
Stop!
Gonna make the little kid cry.
What's wrong? Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers. Where's the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces?
Coward!
You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew.
Whew.
I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia!
Yes.
That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
Then I wouldn't have an arm.
Then I'd just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Please don't do that ever again.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. Wiping them out would do more harm than good.
As you wish.
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Sometimes you just have to be a little bit crazy.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself?
He just does that. That's just how he is.
Okay, let's get moving. We should head back to the village and rest up. Today was just a trial run. Noon tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Y'all return to our village and rest in your room. As what chance is successful? What are the stakes? There's no way of knowing. Okay, Secret of the Scorching Desert. It is, yeah, it's been about 3 hours. Okay, so we'll just we'll end it here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you liked the stream, you know, do the follow, the thing, the like, you know, all of that stuff. My name is Yecktan. Make sure to watch for more Genshin goodness and other stuff that I stream. So, penis. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye, everybody.